Hi, I'm Luke Serveld. Welcome to another episode of Meet the Gaffer. Okay, we're another week into this shelter-in-place business. I've got an update on that, and then I've got a lighting review of sorts. So the update. Basically, we haven't gone anywhere, my wife and I, but things keep changing. You know, here in the Bay Area, apparently too many people were still getting out to the beaches and parks and stuff. So a little more restrictions, a little more penalties if you go outside the lines. So it goes. Earlier in the week, I'd been reading, I don't know where. I read Medium, I read Washington Post, a little bit of Facebook, try to stay away from that, and New York Times, Twitter, of course. And I was reading about face masks, sort of the pros and cons of that. And then just for yucks, I posted a photo on Facebook, you know, I took one of my t-shirts and tied it up like the bandit. And was thinking like, oh yeah, you know, you could make these with logos on them. And then just kind of didn't think about that too much. Yesterday, so it's April 4 today. Yesterday, the CDC puts out the fact that now maybe you should be wearing face masks. Cover your nose, cover your mouth. Knowing the pros and cons. And then we get the same notice in our area, San Mateo County. And then the company that I've gone to for hats and t-shirts, they put out a notice, hey, we've got face masks for you. We're not doing logos yet, but that may come. So yeah, it's just like bang, bang, bang. Everybody's just ready, right? Make a buck. Actually, they're very reasonably priced, so that's cool. That company's called Custom Ink. Anyway, before that, we had gone on to Etsy, and there's all kinds of people making face masks. Have been for years, because other cultures, they've been using them for a long time. They're more dusk masks. They're certainly not hospital grade, but it's, for me, yeah, you're helping to keep stuff away from other people, and you're helping yourself to not touch your face. Yes, it can make you more emboldened to go out and say, oh, you know, I'm safe, and it doesn't really make you safer. It just, I think it helps you be mindful. Anyway, plus perhaps you're keeping stuff from other people. Keep them clean, rotate them out. So having a bunch of them, not a bad thing. Actually, when I did go out once to go check on my truck, which was dead and I had to go jump it, I wore my woodworker's visor. So yeah, just something to stop you from touching your face if you need that. Then also, thing that's really going on this last week is people sharing information about unemployment insurance, about the loans, about, you know, so take advantage of that stuff. Take it while the money's there. Absolutely. Okay, so now to the lighting review. But just to give you a little preface on that, because we're all stuck at home, everybody and their uncle has been looking into how to make their home a studio, basically, or a way to get better audio into your Zoom meetings, or better camera, you know, instead of always looking down into the webcam, you know, having a DSLR that's giving you a better shot and a better perspective. And then tying that into your system, figuring it all out. And then you try to order this stuff, and of course there's back orders, and anyway. And then like, so, you know, I was looking into multiple cameras, and then, you know, you have this ATEM Mini, and then yesterday they came out with the Pro. And so the Pro has multi-view, it has a bunch of actually incredible extras for such a small little controller. So anyway, just, you know, the first thing you do is you look into your audio. Then lighting, not a bad idea. Then, you know, if you want to do multiple cameras, you know, figuring all that kind of stuff out, what are you going to be doing? I'd like to do interviews, through Zoom, maybe some YouTube live kind of stuff. Anyway, there's lots of people that have that stuff down. I'm a little slow. But in the lighting realm, while I was looking for things, and I picked up one of the Camlink 4K to get a DSLR into my laptop, I noticed that on the Elgato site, they had lighting. And this is their setup. So, they have two different kinds, but this is sort of their latest model. And it's just a simple stand with an 8-inch disc. We'll do a little unboxing here, maybe. So you get your information, you get a base, there's the head. So the idea is a weighted stand, and then you can articulate this. It's called the Key Light Air by Elgato. You have a reset button, you have power, and you have on-off. Different adapters for different countries. You get a little two-pronger. Okay, and turn it on. Whoop. So it has that sort of old-fashioned LED flash on. And then it comes on, but I can't manipulate it at all until I get control of it. So I open the settings, my Wi-Fi settings on my phone or in your laptop, and I see that I'm on my home Wi-Fi, and then I see set up new device. It says Elgato Key Light Air. I click on that, next, and then it is joining this to the Wi-Fi. Waiting, done. Okay, so then you go back to Elgato Control Center, and now I actually have two on here, so that's cool. So let's see which one this is. That's that one. Okay, so now that is its lowest, and then bloom it away. So it's quite bright, and then you can do. So if I go all the way to lowest, and there's warm, and there's daylight, and it actually shows you that's 7,000 Kelvin, and then the lowest is 2,900. So you can have warm and cool light, and so if you get two, you've got your key and your fill on your desktop. In my case, I'm using one because I have a window on one side and I need a little fill on the other side, and then the same is true for my wife, who's also working from home. I have one for her that she can have. And then this raises and lowers, quite high. So it's actually pretty good. And it's a nice, well-made product that allows you to have some color tuning and a good amount of illumination. So even in daylight, your webcam can look presentable. In a perfect world, you have a DSLR, and that way, your skin tone is not always peaking because of the webcam wanting to open up always because of the automatic iris. But so I forgot to mention that you can also just turn it off. It's an on-off button. And here in the garage, I've got two Area 48s for my key and fill, and then I have a 4x Astra is doing the background there, and then another 4x Astra with a DOP Choice snap bag is for the backlight. So that's my simple setup here. I guess I could do some blue glows or something in the background, but haven't done that yet. So there you go, work from home edition lighting. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next time. Okay, so here we have the example of Jan in her office with the light direct, and because of the automatic exposure on the webcam, it's starting to bloom the skin a little bit. And if you go any higher on the intensity, and it definitely blooms the skin, and that's direct. So then the opposite, change this to be a bounce, and maybe lower this a tad. Okay. And so now here it's low intensity, but it's kind of grainy. And so then if you bring that up to full intensity, then it's softer. Yeah, it's just overall more pleasing and not as grainy.
The other thing is that with the bounce, the rest of the room looks better.
Oh, right. Yep. True that. So there you go.